You got me started. Ready? Here we go. We gonna pour it. We want something. You want something to drink? Oh, you got to bless this bottle though. You know how to bless the bottle. Got to bless the bottle. Blessing the bottle, and it's for the ancestry, for safe driving, safe traveling, safe drinking, not doing nothing stupid, and acting out of character. So, we just bless the bottle. We gonna pour up for something to drink. I'll get you.
I'm scared of you. I like the way you pour the drink, though.
You say why? You say such?
I like the way you pour it, though.
How I supposed to pour it?
No.
Um,
I know what that drink do, though.
yes, sir. I definitely do. What's up, y'all? We told that created excellence, created with a K, excellence with an X, man. We right here with the most magnificent, wonderful person, beautiful spirit, person I know, Pusha P, man. He out here, he doing wonderful things with himself and the elevation that he has came home and became versus a lot of people that don't really got an idea or direction in which they trying to take with themselves or in their lives. I'm saying direction in your life is the compass that leads you to the better and most understanding places with yourself. So, P, just kind of introduce yourself and let them know who you are as an individual.
What up? It's your boy Shot Valley Opposite, for those who know me. You know what I'm saying? Definitely got to say Shot Valley because that's something, you know what I'm saying, that was created completely out the mud. You know what I'm saying? I end up thinking of what can I do to put two words together that most commonly people don't know what. You ain't gonna hear Shot and Valley together. So the Shot is same hood, one turf. So it's an acronym.
Okay.
So when you put the Shot, it's same hood, one turf. And I said same hood, one turf is because they treat the hood like an island in any state.
Okay.
Even overseas, the hood is over there.
Right.
So if you from the hood, you should have that in common with any hood.
Or any hood.
So you know what I'm saying? So it's same hood, one turf, because that turf is gonna be what that is. Okay. So I end up doing that because I'm from East St. Louis. That's the 618 area. You know what I'm saying? So it's really too small to be divided because it's only, 22,000 people here? Mm. You know what I'm saying? So everybody snatching off the same crumb.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? And basically just trying to tell everybody, like, in order for us to win, we got to come together.
Right.
Because you got people here that ain't never been to St. Louis.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? They don't know what it's like to go over there.
Right. Going across that water.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Man, look, tell them, like, where is some of the good places to eat when you come over here to East St. Louis?
All right, you got to go to the Rice House. And I'm going to represent all our Chinamen, but on 38th Street, they doing their thing right now. I'm from Edgemount. Now, we got the Rice House by Parkinshaw. That's like that, too.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? But you got Washington Park. They had the Orange Rice House.
Okay.
But I'm going to get off rice because I just been turning rice up. So we got our mom and pop joints.
Okay.
So it's you got Tasty Burger. You got Eddie's. Nah, okay. That's inside of an A-Rail store by all the cooks black. You know what I'm saying? And they going to get you what you need. You know what I'm saying? Then we got the look, like I said, mom and pop joints. So any of them, you know what I'm saying? And they going to do what it takes to satisfy you.
Right.
Because they need the business and they respect people coming, you know what I'm saying? Doing their thing.
Right. So what would be the most ethnicity over here at Illinois, over here this side of the water?
It's going to be African American.
Okay.
Because the area is poverty stricken. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So down here, in order for you to survive, you got to have a mind state that is somebody here not willing to survive. Mm. And that might, you know what I'm saying? Just like we say when we're in the feds. Mm. I might not have 100 years, but I'm forced to think like a person that got 100 years because he in the cell next door to me or he lived with me. Right.
I can follow that, and that's something that I had learned in the active yard and federally myself is that when the prey on the when the predators prey on the prey, let me get that right, my bad. When the predators prey on the prey, they eat up all the prey, and then the predators start preying on the predator. So it's like, who's the toughest? Who's gonna get that person out the way? And I think that's in correlation to what you said. You know what I'm saying? So, what are some hardships that you had encountered throughout your duration?
Well, in prison,
just duration. When I say that that's overall
in life.
your direction.
I mean, I think the main thing is just trying to figure out exactly what's your place inside of it all. Because you might be there, but that don't mean you know where you're supposed to be at in it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to figure out exactly, am I here to make a change? Am I in here to be changed? You know what I'm saying? So you got to be able to accept that. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of that has to do with isolation. Because, like, my mom told me when we was locked up that she was locked up in her mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, dang, that's crazy, because you might not think that a prison sentence could be equivalent to being locked up in your mind.
Right.
But if you locked up in your mind, it could put you at a pause in life.
Exactly. That makes sense. A lot of people out here are really stagnated. Stagnated in thoughts, stagnated in action. You have to pursue the things that's going to lead you to happiness within yourself and not within others. You know what I'm saying? Nothing that you can do for others to really kind of make them happy. You can only make yourself happy by doing what it is that you're supposed to do to make sure that things are translucent in your life. You know what I'm saying? So, or transparent in your life, you know, that you be able to see through the walls, as if they say Jesus did, walk through the walls. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be able to know that water crystal clear for you when you have a change of mindset within yourself. What have caused you to change, though? What was it that caused you to make a difference within yourself?
So I look at change as an occurrence.
Okay.
And it's up to you to keep it relevant. Because the change, it occurs, but then the relevancy, it might change. Because you might be like, well, I changed because of this, and since that ain't relevant no more, I shouldn't keep that consistent. But when you change, I think that's something that has to be mastered. You know what I'm saying? You got to continue to develop and change, because there's so many things. Look, the energies that's trying to pull you back are going to constantly change. So that lets you know that when you change, you got to continue to change. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the energies know they got to be stronger.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So those temptations are going to get stronger. You know what I'm saying? So you might say, what they say, don't be overly confident in your change. You know what I'm saying? You got a person say, oh, I don't do that more, I'm straight. But then in the back of their mind, with a little bit more nagging or pressure or peer pressure, I don't even know why they call it peer pressure, because you ain't got to be a peer to be pressured. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so, with that being said, where is the most inevitable thing you will consider? Life or death? Which one is more inevitable? And I'm going to give my response to it myself.
I'm going to say life.
Life is inevitable. I concur with that. That's the right answer.
You gonna say death?
In my opinion,
the person gonna say death is because that's the what would you call that? That's the what they say. What's your end game?
Okay.
But my name, I got a song. Y'all should check it out. It's called Heart. I said,
it's called Heart. How do they find Heart?
Are you gonna find Heart on YouTube? You type in Shop Valley Opposite and look up Heart, and you will find it. But I say, I put my heart in everything. God, you my witness. Selling dope was not a dream. Hustling, and I say, when I die, they won't forgive me. So when I say when I die, they won't forgive me. It's some people that's more impactful after they die than when they live. So that's why I said pick living.
Yeah, that's real, because and then we're gonna go spirituality in that, the soul, the spirit lives on. The spirit is energy. The energy is which the atoms that conform together, which created what we are right now in the physical plane in this realm. You know what I'm saying? So what do you think about negative vibrations?
So we all have a lower self. And I think that some people have to realize that when you have something in common with a person, that it's your demon. Sometimes your demon come before your angel, because think if you hear somebody being mad at a waitress and you turn around and say, yeah, you know what, last time I was here, I didn't like the way she did that either. Y'all didn't connect on something positive. That was a negative vibration. But y'all sitting back in agreement, and since y'all in agreement, y'all call it something compatible.
Right.
But actually, that's that demon drawing you in.
That's real.
Because you could have kept that talk to yourself. Because guess what? Have you ever noticed when you have agreed with somebody when they already mad, they take it a step further?
Yeah.
Well, what you do last time? Well, I'm gonna do something And you like, I don't blame you.
Well, that's
you steady feeding the demon.
That's definitely stupidity. So, and I learned something federally too in there, that like somebody be like, man, that guard a hoe, he a bitch ass nigga, this and the third, which will actually dictate the mindset of that individual or groups. Say, oh man, that guard his because bruh said that and bruh official. But with your encountering with him, it ain't that same energy. You like, damn, I don't see what they see with him because he hoeing y'all and doing whatever he doing to y'all. You can't really kind of pass judgment on the next person. So that's the words that create them spells that we heard about in one of my last podcasts. Is you have to know your own individual before you pass judgment on it. Then I'll say that in reflection to when you say that, hey, hey, I don't like that motherfucker neither, this, that, and third, and the demons attack them and go into them. Both of them don't like them. They don't know what the situation was to make that person even not be like.
I know this. I had to sit back and pay attention. I said, man, how do I connect with people? I said, man, I connect with people's demons first. You know what I'm saying? The reason why I say that because I had to just tell somebody this. It was a female that I met, and she wanted to talk to me, and I'm telling her, I'm like, what you don't understand is you connecting with my demon, and you trying to turn it into a beautiful thing, but it's coming as an angel of light because we're gonna talk about sex and a good time. We're so cool. We're gonna talk about sex and a good time, but guess what? We ain't talking about no protection. We ain't asked each other who the last person we messed with. We going straight for the go. That demon want whatever it want. Lust. That's what it want. I said, if that's what you want, just be familiar with that demon. You ain't care to know what my light like. You ain't asked me about my light. You want to enter my dark side? All right.
That's pretty deep. So the things that we do ingest, consume are spirits.
Right.
Food is a spirit. Alcohol is a spirit. Cigarettes is a spirit. Marijuana is a spirit. A pill is a spirit. It's all spirits in which kind of control your self, your mood, your mindset, your concepts of how you view things. Aspirin, Tylenol, you know what I'm saying? All that are spirits. So, what is the spirit that you steer clear from?
Well, I got one spirit that keep arising. It keep knocking at my door. It's the spirit of selfishness. It keep telling me that for me to be successful, that I have to be more selfish. And so then that spirit that ain't coming by itself is bringing it keep got arrogancy knocking at the door with it. You know what I'm saying? So selfishness is saying, okay, and then it's giving me the option. Well, remember you held back from this. So remember you ain't have to do that. Right. That could have been and you know what? Stop over extending yourself. Won't you keep that? So it's saying take my politeness and put it away, take my free-heartedness and put it away, and just assume everything by myself. But I'm sitting back with this demon like, well, once I do that, then where would that leave me? But it's saying, where has it left you already?
All right. So would you say that you're spiritually inclined with Christ?
Yeah.
Okay. So with that being said, like I wouldn't change that. Don't withhold nothing. If your heart and your intentions are pure, continue to be that because Christ was pure with his intentions and his heart, his mindset. It wasn't no selfishness because he welcomed the people that were selfish into his fold.
But if you know what I'm saying, I don't disagree with that. But I think of life in degrees. You cut the stove on.
Yeah.
And so you might have a certain amount of selfishness that keep you balanced. Then you might have a certain amount of selfishness that puts you in a negative light with people.
Right.
Some people respect selfishness though.
Right.
If they sit back and say, you ever seen somebody did a selfish act towards and they say that they deserved it?
I'm saying, and I have, but who's deserving of something? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Now that's a whole nother. That's a whole nother thing.
Who truly and actually deserves? Because we have all had our pros and cons. So when we got something, when we know we had a con versus the pro that we accepted and gained, Like, damn, do I really deserve that? Because I really was on some fucked up ass shit, and I did that to this individual. Whether it could have been the worstest, or it's like you say, degrees to the levels of what you do to an individual that could actually traumatize that person for them not to even come back to their normalcy and thinking or thought. So I'm gonna go here. What did you think about the third eye?
So I think that both eyes are combined in the third eye. And that's because you got so many people looking through one lens.
Mm.
Just because you got two eyes don't mean that you're looking out of both of them. So I think that the third eye is combined by the two. That's when you're actually able to see through both of them. Some people are looking through one of them just because they got two don't mean that they can see through two of them. And I can explain it. Because when you tell a person something simplified and they don't get it, but if you make it difficult and they understand something difficult, in the world we live in today, difficult makes sense.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have had to move. That's so difficult. But it's so simple to move.
So simple to move.
So if you sit back and say, okay, they only looking through one of their eyes. And then people look, this let you know how blind people is. They done created a whole nother eye.
Mm.
You ain't mastered the two on your face.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
It makes sense. Come on, man. Tell me again.
You ain't mastered the two on your face. But see, these eyes right here, these eyes will show you something. Listen, you want to know what the best thing to see than anything else on this world? Yourself.
Right.
Because
that's true.
Once you see yourself, then guess what? The accountability reverse. Because you holding self accountable.
Got to.
You can't say, oh, I see what they mean now. Think about all these people that seen what somebody mean when it was too late.
It's too late.
You take my boy, all his teeth out his mouth. So we in class, I'm talking to him, we in the joint, right? I'm like, man, how your teeth get out your mouth? He said, because a girl doing meth don't care about you having no teeth in your mouth. He said, and honestly, it wasn't until all my teeth was right that I realized that I ain't brushed my teeth in 6 months.
Woo. That's deep.
So when he said that, I'm like, he said, bro, I was so consumed with what I was doing, brushing my teeth was the last thing on my mind. I was still getting treated like a man. I wasn't getting told I was ugly. Nobody was telling me my breath stank. And the people who did were people I expected to do that. But I felt like they was just hating on me because I got hot. But basically he was saying, as long as he had acceptance from somewhere, what he knew was wrong didn't even matter.
It didn't matter, man. And that's a weak state of thinking, you know what I'm saying? You got to think highly of yourself. I don't give a fuck what you go through.
Right.
So, as a part of the head, the human head, how many eyes is on your head? And I'm going to explain my theory behind it.
4.
And where are your other 2 eyes?
Your ears.
You better believe that. Well, you better know community, revolutionary, and parties in progress. You better know what we talking about when we talk about this science. You hear me? Your ears or your eyes.
Definitely, because your ears can prepare you for what you're about to see. You know what I'm saying? Because you can hear a situation and be like, man, it sounds like somebody's getting hurt.
Right.
So before your eyes set, like you'll hear a baby crying. You hear it crying, but you don't know that this baby's on fire.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You know that it's something wrong.
But you know it's something wrong though.
Yeah. That's a definite. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't think people be too ready or in tune for something that's above their self and intellect or understanding. And what the whole point of created excellence is what you see right here. This is created excellence right here. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate
this
it, bro.
is who he is and what he's supposed to be and where he coming and becoming. He brought me into the fold for y'all that know. So guess what? We're going to make sure we make sense of this. This ain't the last of this. I appreciate your time, your effort, your energy. You know what I'm saying? We're going to keep this going. We're going to keep this going. We're going to keep this going.
That's a fact.
We're going to keep this going for y'all. So before I do end it, is it a skill that you want to give to people and tell them what talent or what advice, you know, one of the 3 of your choices to help somebody change themselves?
I think that one of the most important things that a person can do is to become knowledgeable on love. Because it does cover a multitude of things. But when I say love, like really get into it. Because once you look into love, it'll show you how to have compassion even for a person that's mistreating you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you look into that, like it'll take you into a whole nother place. I was reading some spiritual literature, and it made the example. It says we're supposed to have the type of compassion of humans. If me and my mate lost our child, and we heard another couple next door rejoicing over their child living, that we're supposed to feel and rejoice in our heart within that same moment in time,
Right.
as we lost our own child.
Mm. So that means that pain shouldn't exist.
No, it's saying that it exists, but it says that love is so unmatched that it even knows when to, like, that's the thing. You see how unexplainable it is? You know what I'm saying? So that's really the quest. That's really the treasure. You know what I'm saying? Because once you do that, like, you even ask yourself, like, do I love myself correctly?
Right.
Like, I always ask myself that when I light a cigarette, when I say foul things out of my mouth, when I'm not careful enough and I get a scratch on my arm. You know what I'm saying? Those are things to where, am I handling myself as fragile as I really am? You know what I'm saying? That's what you want to do.
Right. Come on now, man. Shit, make this shit make sense.
Yeah,
We making it make sense. He made it make all the sense. Y'all better tune in because he's coming back. He's coming back. This is the comeback.
That's a
You better
fact.
believe that. You better know. And for y'all that don't want to see the next one get ahead, when y'all got the tools to help the next person get ahead, you lame. Sorry. This is just that. But creative excellence, creative with a K, excellence with an X. Holla back. Love you, bro.
Love, bro.
It's a big neighborhood. You hear me? Y'all better believe that.
Man,
That's what's up. Hold on, my fault.
Man.